All right, it's that time again, baby. Let's go. Roll the intro. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Summer of Mario 2023, aka I did not plan this at all, so we're just gonna wing it and see what happens over the next couple weeks. There's a part of me that feels like this is kind of redundant because all this year I've pretty much been making nothing but Mario videos, so maybe that kind of takes away the value of Summer of Mario a little bit, but who cares? I'm still doing it. It's tradition. I gotta stick to it.
It's your channel. You get to do what you want.
You know, it's our channel. It's our channel.
Yes, my mistake.
My Mario fandom peaked so hard when I was in middle school that I actually wrote a quote-unquote novel based on Super Mario Brothers. Probably like 2010, 2009, most likely 2010.
It was so good that Illumination made it into a movie.
I'm still suing them for stealing my ideas. Now, anybody that knows me might tell you that I don't really think very highly of my own work, especially when it comes to my writing. I feel like I'm a better writer nowadays, but if you think I'm a bad writer now, after this video, you're gonna think I'm Shakespeare. Look at this beautiful cover. Oh, the Microsoft Word 2010 word art logo. The horrendous pixelated Mario and Luigi artwork next to the aesthetically mismatching Princess Peach and Toad artwork from one of the Mario Party games or something. And this is the cover page. It's the same word art logo, but now we have two pixelated Google image search results of sprites of Mario and Luigi from Super Mario World.
Beautiful.
So this is basically just going to be Marcy and I reading / listening, in her case, to this magnificently horrendous story and just making fun of my 13-year-old self.
It'll be like I'm listening to an audiobook.
Yeah, exactly. A very self-deprecating audiobook.
My favorite kind.
One thing I do remember, though, about this book is that I was clearly really into the Mario cartoons around this time, like the Deke Entertainment ones, because I pull a lot from those cartoons in terms of how I wrote the characters and which characters I use. But are we ready for this amazing adventure? Okay, so this is my terrible Super Mario Brothers book from middle school. You can tell I'm stalling. Okay, let's actually read this. Prologue. The Mushroom Kingdom. A peaceful land ruled by the generous Princess Peach. Her royal servant, Toad, went out to pick up something from the Mushroom Post Office. Toad was a 2-foot-tall fungus who helps in the Mushroom Castle. I would have assumed so because I call him her servant. Toad needed to get a letter that was delivered to Princess Peach. The letter was from Princess Daisy, the ruler of Sarasaland. Daisy doesn't show up in this book. That's another thing I remember, so I don't know why I even bothered mentioning her.
Oh, spoiler!
I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. The man behind the counter at the post office handed Toad the letter to Princess Peach, and the fungus headed back to Mushroom Castle. But on his way back to the castle, Toad tripped on a log and fell to the dirt ground. The dirt ground.
Not the dirt.
He lost the letter. That's the next sentence. What would Princess Peach say?
How did you lose the letter?
Soon, Toad got back up on his feet and found the letter under the log he tripped on. How the hell did it end up there?
What? Okay, so he didn't totally lose it?
I guess it just tried to escape. When he was about to pick it up, a green 10-foot-tall reptile who escaped from a banishment zone took it. His name was Bowser Koopa. A long time ago, before Toad became a royal servant, Bowser caused havoc among the Mushroom Kingdom. Among the Mushroom Kingdom. Great grammar.
Among us.
But not for long. Two bold and brave heroes in red and green banished this thieving reptile. But somehow he escaped and the red and green heroes disappeared. And somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh.
Bowser and his Koopa Troopas chased Toad down the path to the Mushroom Castle. One of Princess Peach's subjects spotted Bowser heading towards the castle. Everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom panicked. Now I'm just imagining it like the scene in Chicken Run where they're like, "We mustn't panic! We mustn't panic!" Bowser crashed through the castle door in search of Princess Peach. As she was heading towards the door, so she was already on her way out before Bowser burst in, I guess? She dropped to the floor and crawled between Bowser's legs and ran. The chase was on. Ooh. Bowser demanded his Koopa Troopas to chase Princess Peach and Toad to Dead Mushrooms Cliff.
Oh.
A very dangerous place. Yeah, with a name like Dead Mushrooms Cliff, I would imagine it's pretty dangerous. As the princess and her fungus friend by her side reached the edge of the cliff, Bowser finally knew that the Mushroom Kingdom would finally belong to him. Repetition! Using the same word twice in one sentence. Is this the end for Princess Peach? This is where our story begins. Okay, so I guess it's not the end for Princess Peach.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I think I also set it up like the intro to the Super Show, the cartoon portions. I guess it's a clever way to send up to that specific moment, but I don't know. Before I go on, I just remembered there is one aspect of this book that really showcases how stupid I was, because I tried to take some creative liberties with Mario and Luigi's origins, but it doesn't really amount to anything, and you'll probably see why as we move along. Chapter 1, The Beginning. Brooklyn, New York, 1989, the year of the heroes. This is where our heroes in the story finally meet and discover that they're brothers. They have been separated from each other when they were babies. Two Scandinavian people each adopted one of them, and the babies lived with them for 10 years. At age 11, the two foster parents had died from sudden cancer.
What?
So they were adopted at age 1, and then when they both turned 11, their adoptive parents just happened to get cancer and die at the exact same time. And so at age 12, the two teens raised themselves, and 30 years later, they lived their own lives. Okay, hold the phone.
Wow, what a time jump.
Hold on.
What were they doing during that time?
Yeah, what were they doing then? And, like, why would I jump 30 years ahead?
Never mind the details.
Moving on, because clearly I'm not going to elaborate on this any further. Mario, the older brother, became a plumber and started a business in the middle of Times Square. Luigi, the younger brother, became an archaeologist who works for the Museum of Natural History, who searches for ancient artifacts that the museum owner, Mr. Carson Carrington, would like. One day, business was slow for the soon-to-be Mario brothers. Mario had no customers for 3 hours, and finally a call arrived. "Excuse me," said the caller. "Is this the Mario's Plumbing Service?" The caller was the town's psycho, Mrs. Lisa Zimmerman. She was really big and weighed a lot.
Oh, wow.
That's just rude. She always thought that ghosts were real. Okay, I don't know why I felt that was important. Yes, Mario blubbered. "Good," said Mrs. Zimmerman. "There's a predicament with my bathtub. There's a huge hairy clog stuck in the drain. I hear you're the best plumber in Flatbush. Are you? Then why don't you come to my humble abode tomorrow at noon? Then I'll know that the people who said you're a professional are right." Because you showed up at my front door? Mario was completely nervous. He had never been to Mrs. Z's apartment. A dark alley gangster told him that the last person who went into Mrs. Z's apartment never came out.
Oh, God.
He felt like a group of animals were holding him hostage in a smelly old pasture. What the... Oh, this video was a mistake. Meanwhile, at the museum, Mr. Carrington was in his office watching Oprah Winfrey. Then he pressed the button on the intercom and summoned the museum secretary, Miss Bailey Farnsworth. "Miss Farnsworth," said Mr. C. "Yes, sir," she replied. "Can you please bring in Luigi for me?" "Why, of course, Mr. Carrington. I'll be right on it." "I don't know why you didn't just call him in yourself, but I'm just a loyal secretary."
What do I know?
Miss Farnsworth got out of her office and searched the entire museum for Luigi. She found him in the staff cafeteria. "You wanted to see me, sir?" asked Luigi as he entered Mr. Carrington's office. "Yes," said Mr. Carrington. "I need to tell you something. You do know that business so far is extremely slow, right? So we need something really good. Something we can advertise all over New York. Something that'll bring in customers. I know that I'm paying you minimum wage, and I feel kind of good about that."
Wow.
But anyway, if you don't find me anything interesting by next week, you're fired. Wow. Luigi gasped. That's all he has to say. Mr. C led Luigi out of his office. Luigi walked out of the museum, extremely depressed. More depressed than ever.
Than ever? Like, he's been depressed?
I guess he must have really bad depressive episodes. Gee, don't I relate. He was walking along the sidewalk on 42nd Street, and so was Mario. They bumped into each other. Oh, how convenient. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir, apologized Mario. Excuse me, pardon me, sir, apologized Luigi. They looked at each other and noticed that they kind of looked a lot alike. Hey, aren't you the owner of Mario's Plumbing? Asked Luigi. Why, yes, kind sir, replied Mario. Yes, I am. So happy you should notice. George Lucas wishes he could write dialogue as good as me.
I know. Eat your heart out.
I'm Luigi, introduced Luigi. I'm Mario, introduced Mario. Hey, I've got a collection of birth certificates at my house. They each belong to someone who lives here in Brooklyn. Do you want to come over and check it out?
What? Wait, what?
First off, where the hell did that come from? Second, is this even legal? But of course Mario's just like, sure, and off they went.
What's the worst that could happen?
Right. Chapter 2, A Major Discovery. Luigi's home was on 8th Avenue and was a one-story house. There are no houses on 8th Avenue in New York. It was bigger on the inside than it was on the outside. And in the library was his collection of birth certificates. Okay, so his house is so big it has its own library in it, like the Beast's castle. Mario was impressed. His house wasn't nearly as great as Luigi's. They went into the library. Mario was looking at a book about ancient plumbing, brought back from China by Marco and Pedro, the first plumbers.
Ancient plumbing? I like how they're from China and they're called Marco and Pedro.
Yes, classic Chinese names. Marco and Pedro. For the first time in his life, Mario was interested in reading a 524-page history book. Luigi was looking around the L certificates and the M certificates and found his and Mario's. He studied the birth certificates very closely and made a major discovery. Luigi studied his and Mario's last name, and it was Mario. He had just discovered that he and Mario were brothers. Wow! No shit! Before Luigi got his job at the Museum of Natural History, Luigi gave himself the last name Gonzalez, like the great Gonzalez in Paper Mario, while Mario just made his first name his last name.
Oh, that's so creative, Mario.
When Mario was done reading page 14 in his plumbing book, oh yes, a 524-page book about plumbing. I'll stop at page 14. Okay, when Mario was done reading, Luigi told him the news. Mario, he cried, look what I found, our birth certificates! Mario studied the documents and rubbed his chin. So it's true, said Mario. We're brothers. The Mario brothers. Ah! Yep, replied Luigi. It says here that you used to be a plumber. Why would that be listed on a birth certificate?
The minute he was born, he had a hammer in one hand and then a wrench in the other.
That must have been really painful for the mother.
Oh, poor mom.
It was true. Before Luigi became a New York archaeologist, Luigi worked for Mario's plumbing hero, Howard A. Grand. Grand could get the clog out with a blink of an eye. So, do you think you can help me unclog Psycho Z's bathtub drain? That's a really rude nickname to give her.
By the way, she's fat.
Yeah. Did you say Psycho Z? Asked Luigi. Yes, said Mario. Psycho Z was a nickname given to Mrs. Zimmerman by a mad wannabe gangster because she was so crazy. Okay, what is my obsession with mad wannabe gangsters? Are you crazy? Cried Luigi. Psycho Z is the most dangerous and craziest person in Flatbush. Why would you need my help? Because you're the third best plumber in town, replied Mario. Then who's the first? Asked Luigi. Howard Grand. And the second? Me.
How humble.
Luigi rubbed his chin. I don't know, Mario. I've got a quota to fill for the museum. If I don't find anything Godzilla-sized interesting for my boss, I'll get fired. My boss can sometimes get very stingy when it comes to money. That's why he kind of feels good about paying me minimum wage. Listen, if you help me, then I'll help you, said Mario. He had made a promise with his new brother. Okay, said Luigi, I'll help you. And off they went to Psycho Z's apartment. I really feel like I shouldn't keep calling her that.
Maybe call her, like, I don't know, something short, Psy or something.
I'll just call her Coach Z. She's Coach Z now. Chapter 3, Into the Sewers. The reunited Mario Brothers got into Mario's plumber's truck in their new plumbing outfits. Mario stuck with red, and Luigi said that his favorite color was green. "Are you saying a plumber actually has to wear this stuff?" asked Luigi. "It's all part of being a plumber, Luigi," replied Mario. So they stopped by a costume shop, changed, and sped over to the house of Mrs. Coach Z. So wait, they changed into their outfits and then they changed at a costume shop?
To be fair, the Mario movie, he did say it was to match the image, so you're kind of close.
I guess so. Luigi was horrified, wondering what Coach Z looked like. He wondered if she had Medusa's face and the body of the Loch Ness Monster.
Wow.
He froze like a statue.
Because she was Medusa, or?
Or maybe he's just fat-shaming. "You okay, Luigi?" asked Mario as he was driving past the busy traffic. Past the traffic? Wow, I got lucky there.
Past the traffic. Wrong side, Mario.
Luigi said nothing, then after 3 seconds, he said, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just a little nervous. This is my first plumbing job I've done in a long time." The plumber's truck arrived at the driveway of the home of Mrs. Lisa Coach Z. Mario rang the doorbell. Luigi could hear Coach Z's loud footsteps arriving at the front door, shaking the entire New York state. But that was all in his head. The door opened. Luigi closed his eyes, and when he heard her voice saying, "Are you here to unclog my bathtub?" he opened his eyes and flung his mouth wide open. Mrs. Coach Z looked very nice and sweet. Her red hair looked like the leaves were growing on a spring tree. Her eyes were made of chocolate chip cookies. Literally, she was wearing protective goggles made of cookies to protect her eyes from looking at aliens. Everyone was right. She was crazy. Or maybe I was, when I came up with this. "Are you the Mario's plumbing crew?" she asked. "Yes, we are," they said. "But he's kind of new at this," said Mario, pointing at Luigi. "Well, goody," she said. "Oh, yay, somebody who hasn't done this before. I can definitely trust them to fix my problem. I've got a huge hairy clod stuck in the drain of my bathtub, and I have a huge party tonight. So now that you're here, you can fix that. Right?" Mario and Luigi looked at each other. They stepped inside and brought out Mario's plumbing tools. Okay, they're not saying anything, so I'm sure that's very assuring. Mrs. Z showed them where the bathroom was, and the Mario stepped inside. Luigi was freaked out on the inside and looked calm on the outside. It was kinda creepy being in the bathroom of Psycho Coach Z. Mario took out his toolbox and grabbed a wrench for him and a plunger for Luigi. They stepped into the tub. "So," said Luigi, "this is the drain with the big hairy clog in it, right?"
No.
"So, you better start plunging, Luigi. After all, this is your first plumbing job you've done in years. By the way, whatever happened to Howard Grant?" "He had a cat," said Luigi. "Forgot to feed him. Not good." Okay.
Oh, gosh. Well, as a cat person, I understand.
Luigi stuck his plunger into the drain and took hold of it. He pulled the plunger up and down and up and down and up and down until finally the hairball was released. It was as big as Mario's appetite, which is bigger than Albert Einstein's brain. You could have just said he eats a lot. "Got it," said Luigi, but he didn't get it. The biggest hairball in the world, which was stuck in Coach Z's drain for a long time, released a tornado of dirty water, and Mario and Luigi got sucked into it. They found a secret warp while they were working on the drain. I actually am setting up to the intro of the Super Show. That is so geeky. Nothing's changed, almost. The tornado swirled and swirled until the whole thing went down the drain, along with the Mario Brothers. There were booms and bonks and ouches going on in their heads while they were falling down the pipes. Chapter 4. Meeting Princess Peach. Meanwhile, Dead Mushrooms Cliff. I cannot get over that. Bowser and his Troopas were just about to chase Princess Peach and Toad off the cliff and into the crocodile-infested pit. "It's over, Princess Peach," said Bowser. "Soon you'll be dead as a bone." Just as Princess Peach and Toad were about to meet their chomping doom, two mustachioed real-world people came somersaulting towards Bowser and his Koopa Troopas, which chased them off the cliff. Those mustachioed fellows were Wario and Waluigi. No, of course they were Mario and Luigi. Who else were they gonna be?
Darn.
Princess Peach and Toad cheered for the two brothers, who were dizzy after performing their somersaults. When Mario and Luigi could finally stand up without falling to the ground, Princess Peach picked up Mario's hand, just picked it up.
She picked it up off the ground. Would you like this back?
Are you two alright? Mario replied, yeah, I'm fine now.
I lost my hand, but I'm okay.
I just wish I knew where we... He stopped for a minute and stared longingly at Princess Peach. Her blonde hair was fluttering in the breeze as he stared into her eyes. They were made of glistening stars, and her smile looked like a newborn baby's smile on a summer morning.
What?
Summer morning. She was the kind of girl he would want to be with for the rest of his life. I mean, I'm okay now. Ooh, this is getting saucy.
Whew.
Luigi picked himself off the ground and said, Holy ravioli, where are we? You're in the Mushroom Kingdom, dude, said Toad, jumping onto his lap. Hey there, little guy, Luigi said, looking at Toad. My name is Luigi. This is my brother, staring at that woman like Bugsy Malone. What?
What?
I don't understand the comparison. Who is that woman anyway? Toad said, That's Princess Peach. She rules this land. That reptile who was trying to put her out of business was Bowser Koopa. Somehow he escaped from the banishment zone that two shining and bold heroes in red and green put him in. 'Cause this is how normal people talk. No one has ever seen them since that day. Toad held up a picture of the red and green heroes, that he always carries with him, obviously. They looked a lot like Mario and Luigi. Whoa! You are the red and green dudes! He cried. Do you think you can help us put Bowser back where he came from? Asked Toad. I don't know, Toad, replied Luigi. We're more Brooklyn nobodies than heroes. Don't worry, Mario brothers, said Toad. We'll teach you about all the powers you need to save the Mushroom Kingdom. Good thinking, Toad, said Princess Peach. We'll start by giving Mario and Luigi fire flowers. Fire flowers? Said Mario and Luigi. Princess Peach and Toad grabbed Mario and Luigi's hands and took them to the only place to get fire flowers, the Fire Flower Forest. Wait a minute. They totally stole my idea!
I told you.
Somehow, Aaron Horvath, Michael Jelinek, Chris Meledandri, somebody at Illuminations somehow got their hands on my book and stole my ideas. I am getting very suspicious now. This is a dream come true, said Mario as Princess Peach was holding his hand. A dream that I've had for like 2 minutes. Chapter 5, Bowser's Revenge. As Bowser tried to escape the crocodile-infested lake, his Koopa Troopas were being chased out of Mushroom Land and into Jungle Land, where there were very big vines to hide behind so they couldn't be seen. I cannot see you, therefore you cannot see me.
I'm completely...
Bowser managed to get the baby crocodile off of his big tail and jumped into a pipe, which are called, in the Mushroom Kingdom, warp pipes, to his castle in Darkland. The Mushroom Kingdom is made out of many different lands. Mushroom Land, Desert Land, Water Land, Jungle Land, Ice Land, Rock Land, Sky Land, and Darkland. Darkland was Bowser's kingdom. How could this be possible? He said to himself, pacing back and forth. How could the mighty red and green guys possibly return? I thought I got rid of them. Clearly you didn't, because I'm pretty sure it was established in the beginning that they got rid of you.
Must have memory loss.
You can tell I didn't read my own story while I was writing it. He roared. I gotta think of a way to get my revenge on Princess Peach and those Christmas-colored buffoons. But how? Then he got an idea. An awful idea.
Yeah.
He thought and thought and thought for 3 Koopa hours, which in the real world are 5 minutes, until finally he thought of something. I mean, until one of his Troopas thought of something. Okay, that's kind of fun. Maybe you could kidnap the princess and become the new ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. And if you're ruler, your nastiness, you could be more powerful than the red and green heroes. The Troopa's name was Mouser. Oh, Mouser's in this. He wasn't much of a Troopa. He was really more of a 4-foot talking, wisecracking mouse who works for a reptilian rapscallion.
That's the mouthful.
Shut your traps, Mouser, said Bowser. I'm thinking. Let's see. That's it! He began to gloat. I'm going to kidnap Princess Peach and force her to give me the crown. And if I'm the Mushroom Kingdom's ruler, those red and green zeros will have no chance to defeat me. Then he laughed an evil laugh.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
Mouser evil laughed too, but Bowser interrupted him by shoving an apple in his mouse mouth.
Mouse mouth.
It sounds like a band, doesn't it? Mouse mouth?
Yeah, it does.
Just imagine watching SNL. Musical guest!
Mouse mouth!
He ordered his Koopa Troopas and Paragoombas to grab ropes and nets to get ready for the big princess kidnapping mission. And there's an asterisk next to Paragoombas, because apparently I felt it was necessary to let the reader know what a Paragoomba is, including pronunciation.
Oh.
Paragoombas. Noun. A Goomba with wings. A mushroom creature who works for Bowser Koopa. And there's another asterisk next to Goomba. A tiny mushroom creature related to the Paragoomba. A big, brown, annoying creature that disappears whenever it gets stepped on. Why did I feel that was necessary to educate readers on? Chapter 6. When Koopas Attack. This is the Fire Flower Forest, said Toad, giving Mario and Luigi a tour of all the places to get superpowers. It's filled with lots of magical fire flowers. If you grab one, you'll turn into a superhero. But only for a short time. Whenever something hits you, you'll turn back into your normal selves. But not when you grab one of those, said Princess Peach, pointing at a garden filled with stars. The Star Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Very clever. Those things are called Starmen. Grabbing a Starman gives you invincibility, which means no one can touch or hurt you. Mario and I know what invincibility means, Princess. You don't need to tell us.
Wow, okay.
Luigi's being savage right now. These powers can help you on your mission to bring Bowser down, cried Toad. Everyone jumped for joy. Until Bowser and his Troopas arrived. Wow, that was quick.
Oh, wow, dang.
The Koopa Troopas and Paragoombas got out their rope and held it up and tied up the princess. One of them got dizzy and passed out. Bowser evil laughed again. Yes, he gloated. My evil plan worked. Yes, I'm a genius. Mouser dropped down to the ground. Okay, that's actually kind of funny too. Like, him still taking the credit for coming up with this plan, and Mouser's just like, really? Come on, I came up with it, you know that. And now that I have the princess, I'll be invincible, Bowser gloated. He was so proud to be an evil villain. He picked up the tied-up Princess Peach and ran away on his Koopa cycle?
His cycle?
He ran away on
his Koopa cycle.
On, I'm guessing, some kind of bike. Or like a motorbike.
He ran away on it. Maybe it's a special kind.
It's a special feet-powered motorcycle. It's like Flintstones technology.
Imagine he's like, gets on a motorcycle and you hear it revving up, and then you see him go off and he's just running.
Yeah. See you later, bye-bye! Oh no, cried Toad. What are we gonna do? That smelly Stupa pack got the princess! Calm down, my pint-sized paisano, said Mario. We'll rescue Peach somehow. Oh, I think I know how, said Toad. We need a professional hero. Mario and Luigi are like, gee, thanks. He's the weakest and strongest... The weakest?
The weakest?
The weakest... Wait, he's the weakest and strongest hero in the Mushroom Kingdom. How could he be both weak and strong, asked Luigi. It doesn't make sense. Not when you're in the Mushroom Kingdom, said Toad. Okay, that explains everything.
Yeah, I mean, that sums it up.
So basically, I just used the excuse that, it doesn't matter, nothing makes sense here. The Mario Brothers followed Toad to a land not seen on the mushroom map, Dinosaur Land. That was the only place where they can find the world's last living dinosaur. His name is Yoshi, and he's a true hero, said Toad. Again, Mario and Luigi are like, wait, okay, so hold on a second. You recognize us as these legendary heroes of prophecy, but this green dinosaur that we're just meeting now, he's the real hero? What are we even doing here?
He's green, and he does have red spikes, so they just mixed him up.
There's also a red Yoshi. So...
True.
I'll imagine the twist being that it's not even Mario and Luigi that are the heroes, it's just two random Yoshis. Oh, man.
Except for he looks at the picture again and is like, oh, my mistake.
Toad opened a door, showing a big 3-foot dinosaur. It was Yoshi. His tongue was really long, and his belly was bottomless. He was always excited whenever people came to see him. Oh boy, he cried. Yoshi got visitors! Yoshi has the same dialect, I guess, as the Mario World cartoon. Again, very influenced by the cartoons, because that's the best source to take from.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Yoshi, said Toad. We've got a situation here. Bowser's kidnapped Peach and is taking her to Darkland. We need your help to save her. And to make sure no one saves her, Bowser used a laser beam to burst the Mushroom Dam?
What?
The water that was being held by the dam escaped and flooded the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh my god!
Whoa!
Everyone is dead! Except, our heroes, I guess. Nothing makes sense in this world. Toad said it himself. What do we do? Asked Yoshi. We gotta find a way to recede the water back behind the dam and rebuild it so we can save Princess Peach, suggested Luigi. Good thinking, Luigi, said Mario. But how do we rebuild the dam and get the water back behind it? Then Toad stared at the Star Garden and rushed over to it and grabbed Mario and Luigi, 2 starmen. Mario, Luigi, cried Toad. Catch! Mario and Luigi jumped up and grabbed the 2 stars. Now say this, said Toad as he held up a piece of paper with magic words on it. Oh boy, yep, here comes the cartoon influence again. Say, Starman, Star Bright, give me Starman pasta power, give me pasta might. Okay, it makes sense for Mario and Luigi to say it, but why does Toad tell them to say it? Like, is pasta just something big in the Mushroom Kingdom? Like, is that something you have to say to use the Starman, even if you're not Italian?
I say so. That's the law. Because, you know, it's the Mushroom Kingdom, that's how things work.
Nothing makes sense. Mario and Luigi said the magic words, and faster than a race car on vacation.
What?
They became the Super Mario Brothers, faster than a vanishing clog, more powerful than an electric drain snake. Except I forgot "and" before electric, so that's a grammatical error. What a surprise! 13-year-old me makes a grammatical error in this book. Wow, never thought I'd see that. Mario grabbed a magic shovel that just so happens to be lying around, I guess, and scooped up the water. Luigi got a magic hammer that was also just lying around for some reason. And magic nails.
Also just lying around.
And rebuilt the Mushroom Dam. Mario flew up to the top of the dam, carrying a magic bucket of lake water, and poured it behind the dam. Mushroom Land was safe.
But there solves that problem.
That's it for the conflict, then. Soon the Starmen wore off, and the Super Mario Brothers became the regular Mario Brothers. The mission was about to begin. Wait, that was just an obstacle? Like, that sounds like it should be a major climax.
Save the town. Everyone's, dead already, but you saved the town.
Yeah. So much for... What happens to the other Toads? That's what I'm worried about. Like, Bowser floods the Mushroom Kingdom. What happened to everybody else? Are they safe?
You'll never get into New York's bestseller now.
Yeah, New York Times bestseller. Oh wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna fix that right now. Because that's clearly what we're missing here. I gotta find a Sharpie. Ah, there we go. Super Mario Brothers, New York Times bestseller. Now people are gonna read this for sure. Okay, I guess I gotta scooch over here because I bumped into the tripod. Hi. The mission was about to begin, and Toad packed 6 Starmen and 18 Fire Flowers in his bottomless mushroom hat. Yoshi packed his things and kept them safe. All caps. In his stomach. Good thing he didn't digest the bag. Toad hopped on Yoshi's back, and Mario and Luigi walked behind the fungus and the dinosaur, and the mission has begun. Chapter 7. The Mission. The 4 friends crossed through Mushroom Land and then to Desert Land. From Desert Land to Waterland to Jungle Land to Iceland to Rockland to Skyland and to Darkland. They had made it!
Beat the whole game just like that.
Bowser's home, Castle Koopa, was far away from where Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Toad were standing, which means that they had a lot of ground to make up.
I mean, they've done pretty well so far.
I mean, yeah, if they managed to get through all 7 worlds in, a single paragraph. Toad grabbed 2 of the magic fire flowers and threw them to Mario and Luigi. They'd become the Super Mario Brothers once again. Or the Fire Mario Brothers. They tried to discover their new fire powers. Look, said Mario, pointing at a Koopa Troopa. A turtle! Then suddenly, a fireball blasted out of Mario's finger and the Troopa disappeared. Whoa, said Luigi. You can shoot fireballs? Mario shrugged. Luigi tried to shoot one too, and after his 13th try, he shot one. Leaping lasagna, said Luigi. We've got superpowers, Mario. This is so cool. I got an idea, said Toad. Try flapping your arms. When you've got a magic fire flower in your possession, you can shoot fireballs and fly. Even though that only happens in the cartoons and not the games. But then again, that's just kind of a regular thing here, the cartoon influence. Mario and Luigi flapped their arms and flew. Look at us! Mario and Luigi shouted. Now, follow us. We've got to rescue Princess Peach before Bowser puts her out of business. Wait, that's the whole chapter? That's like
Oh, that was it.
that's only like 8 paragraphs. That's not a chapter.
I wonder if you wrote it all in like one session and you're like, alright, I'm tired and went to bed. And
I guess so. Anyway, chapter 8. The Battle. Let me go, you insensitive reptilian fiend, demanded Princess Peach as she was being held against her will. She had been tied up against a wall which was hanging above a bowl of lake water with hungry crocodiles. Bowser was going to feed her to a group of hungry crocodiles.
can't say kill, but that's getting torn up by crocodiles. That's okay.
As long as she's out of the way, the Mushroom Kingdom will be mine, Bowser gloated. Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Yoshi crashed through the castle walls, and Princess Peach was relieved to see them. Let that woman go, said Luigi. You nasty green good-for-nothing. Bowser ordered his Troopas to attack. Koopa Pack, he demanded. Attack! An angry army of Koopa Troopas and Goombas came stampeding towards the Mario Brothers, the dinosaur, and the fungus, and soon Toad grabbed out 2 star men from his knapsack. Do you mean his mushroom cap? Is it a knapsack now? All the best authors in the world don't read their books while they write them. Mario and Luigi said the magic words and became super once again. Mario went running through the angry Koopa Pack towards Bowser. Luigi hopped onto Yoshi's back and jumped over the Goombas, with Toad on Luigi's back. Why does he insist on riding everybody? I think after he tripped over that log and almost lost the letter, he
doesn't trust himself anymore.
He doesn't trust his legs or feet to get him anywhere. Mario and Bowser were face to face. You don't look anything like that famous red guy, said Bowser. What red guy? Said Mario. Oh, right, the heroes of prophecy that I don't really give any major significance.
Totally just dumped the idea.
Yeah, I just completely dropped it. And also, like, the separated at birth plot point, I completely dropped that, too.
Their parents died and they just said, well, I'll see you later, bro.
Yeah. So there was really no point to any of that stuff, I guess. So he jumped over Bowser's head and grabbed his tail. He swung the dirty Koopa around and around until Bowser got dizzy. The heroic plumber threw Bowser straight to the castle wall. Not through it, to it.
To it.
Bowser was unconscious for 3 minutes.
I thought I was going to say 3 days.
Again, being so specific with the time. Oh, God. Good job, Mario, Luigi said. But how are we going to make sure that the princess doesn't get eaten to bits?
But put out of business.
Mario thought, and finally thought of something. He called Yoshi. Yoshi came running over to Mario. Yoshi, I need you to do me a favor, said Mario. Anything for you, plumber dude, said Yoshi. Wow, he just completely changed his dialect. I need you to eat those princess-chomping crocodiles so I can run over there and untie the princess so we can get out of here. Yoshi can do that. Yoshi ran towards the crocodile pit and jumped in. When they were just about to bite his foot off, the crocodiles got tied up by Yoshi's terrific tongue and headed straight for Yoshi's mouth. The crocodiles had been eaten. Well, thank you for clarifying that, because the way you describe what happened is very confusing.
I didn't know what was going to happen next.
Mario ran towards the spot where Princess Peach was being held. He was really good at untying Koopa knots. That's just a skill that he magically acquired in his short time in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't think Koopa knots are a thing in Brooklyn.
I guess not. Oh god, I didn't mean to make a pun out of that.
I didn't even notice until you said it.
The princess thanked Mario and kissed him on the cheek. Mario blushed. Alright guys, said Toad. There's no time for mushy stuff. We gotta get back to Mushroom Land and bring things back to normal. They had made it back. Oh, okay. Wow.
What said it's back?
Chapter 9. Back to Brooklyn. You're probably still wondering how Mario and Luigi got back home, right? Well, no, I actually have several questions about everything else in the story aside from that. Well, there was this warp pipe that could take anyone to the real world as long as they tell the pipe where they want to go. So the warp pipes are sentient? Princess Peach, Toad, and Yoshi told the Marios where the pipe was. It was in the backyard of Yoshi's house the whole time.
In the backyard?
Of course that's where the magical warp pipe that sends you home would be. Where else? Mario and Luigi stared into the pipe, and there was nothing at the bottom. Well, said Mario, it's been fun, but Luigi and I gotta get back home. Been real nice knowing you guys, said Luigi sadly. Yeah, been real nice knowing you for 30 minutes.
Oh, wait, if it's 30 minutes, did Bowser just wake up?
I guess so. Actually, yeah, he was unconscious for 3 minutes, so what did he do after he woke up? He's just like, everybody's gone. I gotta get revenge. Oh, my show's on! Princess Peach hugged both Mario and Luigi and said that she was going to miss them. She wasn't the only one. Yoshi and Toad cried silently. Mario and Luigi told the warp pipe to take them to Brooklyn, New York, and they jumped into the pipe and found themselves in Brooklyn. Everything looked totally different. The hot dog guy near Radio City Music Hall was over by the McDonald's place. The movie theater had been turned into a casino. The Burger King Mario used to go to when he was 8 moved to California.
Okay. I mean, if my Burger King just suddenly left, I mean, that would definitely be,
Like, did the actual store just get up and walk away? Yep, this was weird, but Mario and Luigi have seen weirder. Wait, that's the whole chapter? That was only a page and a half! Did I even know what chapters were? Anyway, Chapter 10, Changes.
Changes!
Things have changed for the better for Mario, Luigi, and everyone in Brooklyn and the Mushroom Kingdom. Luigi was able to keep his museum job alive when he brought to Mr. Carrington the world's last living dinosaur, Yoshi. Wait, he brought Yoshi with him? He brought Yoshi? And now he's putting him in a museum? What? Mr. C was very impressed.
Yeah,
like, where the hell did this freak of nature come from? Coach Z's party was a complete success, and she got over her belief of aliens and started getting in shape. Okay, well, I guess it's just that easy to stop believing in aliens. Princess Peach finally received that letter from Daisy and helped bring vegetation to Sarasalant. Wait.
Vegetation? They didn't have vegetation.
Wait, they didn't before? There were so many vegetables that you needed an elephant just to fill some into a basket. A single basket?
That's not that much.
Yeah, that really isn't a whole lot. If it was like a barge, maybe?
Daisy's like asking for vegetation, all that stuff, and Peach just sends over a single basket of vegetables.
And Daisy's just like, what the hell? We're starving over here. We have no resources. And all you give us are just some carrots and potatoes? The Mushroom Kingdom sucks. Yoshi became very popular at the museum, and all the kids loved him. Mr. C allowed the kids to ride him for as long as they want. Okay, so he's still alive. He's just living at the museum now. Mario's plumbing became more popular in New York, California, Washington, and even Wisconsin. Wow! They made it all the way to Wisconsin! Toad became Prince of the Mushroom Kingdom and helps rule the kingdom by Peach's side. I don't think that's how that works. Bowser was never heard from again. His final words... Final words? What?
What? Oh my god, he actually died!
No! His final words were, he who coops and runs away lives to coop another day. Ding. Here's another one for the counter. Oh, he's not really dead. He just hides in Iceland for a long time.
Oh.
Okay. He's not dead. But what was the final words? What was that about? 2 years later, Luigi quit his job at the Museum of Natural History, and Yoshi returned to the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, I guess losing his job didn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. In fact, what was the point of him becoming an archaeologist and working at the museum? This book is driving me nuts! Now Luigi helps Mario in the plumbing business. Speaking of plumbing business, they renamed the place Mario Brothers Plumbing. And then I have an ad for it. Mario Brothers Plumbing. You clog 'em, we clear 'em. 273 Times Square, Brooklyn, New York, 1-800-555-CLOG. Yes, because anyone who lives in New York will tell you that Times Square is in Brooklyn.
Yes.
So as you can see, Mario and Luigi Mario are always there to help you out, especially when a big ghost haunts the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario, Luigi, said Princess Peach, arriving at the Mario Brothers door. A giant ghost has come and kidnapped Toad. You've gotta help. As you can see, again, whenever anyone needs help, the Super Mario Brothers will always lend a helping hand. I basically just repeated the first paragraph a second time.
Just for emphasis.
But thankfully, that is the end of this New York Times bestseller that is Super Mario Brothers, written by 13-year-old idiot me. What a ride that was, huh?
I'd read it again and again.
I hope people watching this will understand, at least people who have watched my videos long enough. My writing still isn't, like, great nowadays, but it is certainly better than whatever the hell I was trying to do in that book. There is something about it, though, that kind of has this innocence to it. Like, clearly I just wrote it for fun. I mean, it's not good at all, but, you know, at least I had fun with it. Like, there's nothing cynical about it. It's just me coming up with something. I don't know what it is, and I don't think science has an answer for it. But yeah, Summer of Mario is off to a very chaotic start, as you can see. Next time is probably going to be a little more chaotic, but for now, if you're new, consider subscribing for more of these videos. Click the bell. You insert more YouTuber lingo here. I'm not going to bother you with any of that, but I do want to thank my superstar supporters, Red Rack, Henry Newman, Jake Winans. Alright, that's going to do it for now, so until next time, this is Mark.
And Marcy.
Bidding you all a smashing farewell. Be good, behave, be safe, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.